Hello everyone, this is Shawn Stewart of 586 Sports. In this video, I will give you three college basketball picks. So not just any college basketball picks, but these are straight up pool picks. So before I begin, if you are new to this channel, make sure you not only hit the like button, but also click the subscribe button for new and upcoming videos. Now you're saying to yourself, what is BetOpenly? I'm glad you asked that question. So BetOpenly is a peer-to-peer sports betting. In other words, you're not betting against a sports book that limits winners, shades lines, or quietly pulls the plug when you get hot. You're basically directly betting against other bettors with prices set by real market demand, not house risk management. So you're safely bet with anyone, only 1% of the juice. So in other words, you keep 99%, they get 1%. And then you bet direct with friends one on one with no fees. That's what I like about this platform. All right, so we're going to give you three for today, and there will be a link in the description below to sign up, by the way. So let us start with the first game that is in the Patriot League. That is third seed Colgate Raiders versus two-seeded Lee Mountain Hawks Patriot. So Lee is ranked 336 in rebound percentage, while Colgate is 225th. And lead defense is trying to force opponents off the three-point line, having the 11th highest percentage of opponents' field goal attempts that are two-point shots, while Colgate is 133rd in two-point shooting percentage. And Colgate has an edge in the turnover department as they are 55th in turnover per possession on offense, while Lee is 254th. I got the selection. I am going to go with the Colgate. I am going to go with Colgate. Where could I trying to find it at? Okay, there we go. So I got Colgate. Next one we have is the Memphis Tigers and the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Now, earlier in the season, Tulsa defeated Memphis 83 to 66 on January 21st. Now, Tulsa has previously proven to be a difficult matchup for Memphis, utilizing strong performances to disrupt the Tigers. Memphis has struggled on the road this season, particularly against high energy, well coached teams in the AAC. Give me Tulsa. And then last but not least, we're going to go to the Horizon League tournament, or in other words, Barbasol Horizon League tournament. That is 7th seed Northern Kentucky Norse against 5th seed Green Bay Phoenix. Now, Northern Kentucky beat Oakland 85-84. Now, Norse finished with 15, while Oakland had 26 personal fouls. They converted 13 out of the 34 shots from downtown. Oakland ended up shooting 75% when shooting free throws by making 9 of their 12 attempts. Oakland grabbed 40 rebounds, that's 14 offensive and 26. They earned 16 assists and 5 steals in that game. Now, Northern Kentucky allowed 41.9 from the field on 31 out of 74 shooting. They also distributed 19 assists in that game, in addition to forcing the other team into 9 turnovers and earning 7 steals. They did collect 35 with 10 of their being of the offensive variety. Now, on the free throw line, Northern Kentucky knocked down 18 of 30. They ended up having 47 and a half field goal percentage and knocked down 9 of their 28 three-point attempts. Now, Donovan O'Day was 63.6% from the floor and dished out 4 dives. He did play for 31 minutes and also grabbed 4 boards. He finished with 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Now, Northern Kentucky has a 19-13 record. They lose possession via turnover 12.0 times per game. And as a team, they commit 18.3 fouls on a nightly basis. They are collecting 35.4 rebounds per game and has 497 assists for the year. They are 59th in the country. Now, they are shooting 33.5 on shots from three-point land and 71% from the charity stripe. Now, they have an average of 82.5 points per game. That is 50th in Division One, while hitting 46.7 from the field. Now, on the defensive side, their Northern Kentucky forced 14.0 turnovers per game while drawing 19.2 personal fouls. They're ranked 271st in college in giving up assists to the opposing team with 445. Now, they allow a field goal percentage of 45.4 and they relinquish 35.3 boards per game as a team. Now, they are giving up 35.3 on shots from downtown and they rank 253rd in Division One opponents' points per game with 76.7. Now, as for Green Bay, they beat Purdue Fort Wayne 64-56. Now they recorded 21 defensive rebounds and 6 offensive boards for a total of 27 for the game. They did cough off the ball 7 times while earning 3 steals for the matchup. Now, Purdue Fort Wayne was called for 19 personal fouls for the matchup, which took the Phoenix to the free throw line for 20 tries. They did knock down 15 of those, that's 75%. Now, in terms of the 3-point land, Green Bay made 5 of their 18 attempts. Now, they did end up going 22 for 47 from the floor, which had them shooting 46.8. They allowed Purdue Fort Wayne to convert 23 out of 57 attempts from the field, which left them with a rate of 40.4 for the game. They did wrap up that game 20.8 from beyond the arc by hitting 5 out of 24. They finished the game at 5 out of 9 from the charity stripe. Green Bay allowed Purdue Fort Wayne to pull down 26 overall, 5 offensive. Now, Marcus Hall of Green Bay had 7 out of 13 for the matchup, giving him a field goal percentage of 53.8 with 3 rebounds. He had 19 points in his 39 minutes on the court and had 1 assist for the game. Now, their record is 18-14. Green Bay are hitting on 48.5 from the floor. That is 35th in Division One. They are earned 2,393 points for the game. That's 74.8. And they pull in 31.5 boards per game. They are also assisting teammates 13.8 times per game, which is 187 college. And they are losing possessions 10.5 times per game. They also are responsible for committing 17.0 fouls per game while shooting 76.1 from the free throw line. Their defense allows 35.6 on 3-point shots, and opponents are connecting on 74.2 of their shots from the free throw line. They allow 14.5 dimes and 31.3 boards per game. That is 265th and 31st in the country. Green Bay on the defensive side are 197 in college hoops and points, giving up per game with 74.2. They have forced 9.1 turnovers per game and have let teams shoot 44.8 from the floor, which is 224th in Division One. I do have Green Bay Phoenix. So do a little recap. So I have Colgate, Tulane, and Green Bay. So those are my 3 picks for today. So thank you so very much for taking the time to watching this video. And I will be doing more of these throughout the conference tournament and March Madness. So take care. You guys have a nice and wonderful day.